Hey guys, Demon here, just doing the intro. Just want to say I hope you enjoy this video, because I know I'll be watching it next to you, and I'll enjoy it. Hey guys, Demon here, doing another Adventure Time review. This time, Gumbaldia. I think that's what it's called, right? The nation of Princess Bubblegum's uncle. Gumbaldia versus the Candy Kingdom. Ooh. They are both setting up for war, and it is getting hectic. Let's just say Princess Bubblegum is arming her arming her candy people, including the Gumball Guardians, and the uncle. He's arming his candy people, or making candy people that are army soldiers, I assume, and also he's making a secret weapon, the weapon cake, I'm going to call it, because he calls it the cake. It's basically a big mechanized slash candy cake thing that I assume he'll control by control. Like, I assume he'll control it. I don't think it's sentient. I assume he's going to control it. And it's going to probably go against the Gumball Guardians, so it's going to be really cool to see that happen. It is going to be pretty damn cool. And it starts off with Finn wanting to do a peace treaty, and Princess Bubblegum basically telling him, it's not going to work, we're going to war, Finn. I'm sorry, but we're going to war. And she's pissed off. This episode, I gotta say. But Finn goes to Gumbalt, Uncle Gumbalt, to get a peace treaty. He sees Fern there, and we're going to talk about Fern a little bit later. But there's something to do with Fern there. He's wearing Jake as a hat, and I gotta say, Jake, your hat antics are funny and cute. They're pretty funny, but they're pretty cute at the same time. So he goes there to talk to Gumbalt. He sees the aunt. I forgot her name. I'm just going to call her Aunt. He sees Aunt Gumbalt, I guess. They go in to talk to... Well, she brings him in to talk to Gumbalt. And she talks to Gumbalt, and we think maybe something nefarious is going on, because as soon as you see her whispering and not talking out loud, something nefarious might be going on. And it is, but we'll get into that a little bit later. So Finn and Gumball are talking. They go on a walk. We see Cheekly as well, drawing a painting. And as always, he's just like, I want to live forever sort of thing. He's a narcissist. To be honest, I don't even know why the Aunt and Cheekly are with Gumball, because he betrayed them last time. I guess they have short-term memory. Whatever. But anyways, they go to talk. He shows Finn his cake mechanized robot, and Finn's just like, I can't talk sense into you until the platform mysteriously falls. And let's just say Finn saves him, and the line after that's pretty funny because he saves him with his head. You'll have to watch it to see what I mean. He saves him with Jake, but Jake's on his head, and it hurts his neck. And then they have like this dinner, and they're laughing and stuff, having fun. And then they pour Dum Dum juice on him because the aunt wanted to trick Finn into hugging Bubblegum to basically destroy Bubblegum, to turn her into a Dum Dum. So that's pretty cool. They poured Dum Dum formula on him, and now Finn's going back to Bubblegum to hug her. At least that's what they assume. But he doesn't before Princess Bubblegum realizes that he has this Dum Dum formula on him, and the war is back on. At first, it was a peace treaty, only because he thought he could trick his niece, only because he thought he could trick Princess Bubblegum into turning into a Dum Dum, so he could probably take over the Candy Kingdom and take over everything, you know? So he probably thought that was going to happen, but then she figured it out. So now it's going to war, and he's just like, God damn it, now He's just like, they refused our peaceful negotiations because peaceful, quote unquote peaceful. It's pretty funny just to see that. It's a pretty cool little thing to see that he almost got Princess Bubblegum. That's pretty cool. Um, excuse me. So it seems like there's gonna be a war in upcoming episodes, and I'm assuming it's gonna be a two-parter. And I also assume that the Margles and Simon thing is gonna be a two-parter too. I assume the war is gonna come before the Margles and Simon thing. I'm actually thinking about doing some review, like some theories on this. Probably one video of two theories on these two episodes. Because it's leaving off a lot, man. It's leaving off a lot, these two episodes. So before the next ones come out, I'll probably have a theory ready for it. I don't know how long it's going to take, but I'll probably have one. But anyways, it seems like there is a lot of hostility and there's going to be a war. I don't know what's going to happen. I assume some candy people are going to die. And then there's going to be a conflict between Uncle Gumball, Cousin Cheekley, and Aunt. Although Cousin Cheekley turned back into, what's his name again? It's not Starchy. Maybe it's Starchy? I don't know. Cousin Cheekley turned back into the cookie guy. Because he got hit by a dum-dum formula. But there's going to be a confrontation between those. And I assume Finn and Fern as well. So let's talk about Fern in this episode. Fern, I feel there's some stuff going on with Fern, okay? He's hiding in the shadows, spying on Uncle Gumball. That's something to know. That's something to take notice of. He still feels like he has to prove himself, at least in my opinion. I think that's why he's doing all this stuff, because he fights Finn again. And he still feels like he has to prove himself. And he still has Finn's memory, so he's still like, she was my mom too and stuff like that. So I feel like he can turn around in this whole thing. But I feel like there's going to be a big confrontation between him and Finn. And probably he might even betray Uncle Gumball, to be honest. It seems like he's getting a little bit annoyed by Uncle Gumball. Just the way he's starting to sound and stuff, he's just like, you can go in, blah, 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 sort of thing. He's just getting bored with it. And plus, he's starting to remember more of Finn's stuff, so he's starting to become more like Finn, I assume. And I assume by the end, by the next episodes, or the war episodes, I'm going to call them the Gumball War, him and Finn are going to have a confrontation, and fight. And then I assume he might become good again, or maybe Finn will just kill him. Who knows what will happen, but I assume he'll become good again because I think we're going to need him in this upcoming fight against Glob, or Gulb. So I assume he's going to become good again. So there's some interesting stuff going on with Fern right now. He's definitely thinking some different stuff, and he's spying on his own recreator, I guess. So that's some interesting stuff. And then at the end, we leave on a big-ass cliffhanger, just like the last episode, although the last episode's cliffhanger is way better. I think the last episode was better in general. And it's going to lead into a really cool thing. But this episode's probably going to lead into a really cool thing, too. So, we leave on a big cliffhanger. Basically, they're going to war. Princess Bubblegum's army is getting ready. Finn, I assume, is ready, too. I assume Marceline's going to be there at some point. But Uncle Gumball has amassed an army of his own of candy people. Not to mention his mechanized cake robot monster thing. I assume it's mechanized. I don't think it's sentient. And also, he has all the villains. Well, not all the villains, but just previous. So, sorry about that little cut there. But as I was saying, he has amassed quite a few villains. Not all of them. But as you can see, he has amassed Ricardio. Her name is Thief Princess? Or Bandit Princess, maybe? So Ricardio is more like a Princess Bubblegum villain. She is a Finn and Jake villain, or basically Finn mostly. This is the warrior dog that Jake found in the demon's lair. I forgot her name, to be honest. My bad. I didn't know she was a villain, to be honest, but I guess she is. In this, I don't know how. I can see a few things on her, how she's going to be defeated, but we'll get into that in a different video. So we have her. We have him. I forgot his name as well, but I do remember he's more of a Peppermint Butler villain, because Peppermint Butler turned his kids evil. And Peppermint Butler's a baby, but I assume they'll turn him back before the war, so I'm pretty sure he's going to end up fighting Peppermint Butler again. Probably lose again, too. We have Meow. That's more of a Jake and Finn villain. Mostly a Jake-ish villain, you know. Probably going to end up fighting Finn and Jake. We have this guy. I don't recall this guy. I'm sure he's been on an episode somewhere. But I'm not going to go look up every single episode just to figure out who the hell this guy is. I don't know whose villain this guy is, to be honest. We have Marceline's old boyfriend. Forgot his name. But I'm assuming he's probably going to end up fighting Marceline, to be honest. But we'll have to wait and see. I'm going to put more on that in another video, to be honest. We have the guy who's in armor. Finn and Jake villain again. Or, he's not really a villain. They just made fun of him, to be honest. But I'm assuming that he's going to be pissed off at them. And then we have this guy. I think is Flame guy or something like that. The Ice King hired him to fight Finn and Jake, so that's going to be pretty interesting. I thought he hated the Ice King, to be honest, but he's another Finn and Jake villain. We have, obviously, Fern, another Finn villain mostly, not even Jake, just Finn mostly. Although, he has been doing some shady stuff, you know, shady stuff. So we'll have to see what happens with Fern. And then we have the Ice King and Gunter is a little psychopath because he's Morgulord, but he's Gunter at this point. I don't think the Ice King's going to really do much damage. Maybe he will, but Finn will probably just slap and be like, "What the hell are you doing?" He's like, "Sorry, Finn." And then we'll all go back to normal. So I doubt the Ice King's going to be much of a help in a fight. Maybe he'll take out a few of the bad guys. Who knows? We'll have to wait and see. So that is the video. I said that there was going to be another video. Hopefully I don't know when it's going to come out. Maybe a few days. Maybe in a week or so. But I have a theory video stewing up in my head right now. Like, I have a few theories. One about the last episode. And one about this episode. And actually, they might intermingle a little bit. But that's a theory video coming up. I don't know when the theory video is coming up, but it's coming up. Let's just say that much. But, ooh man, this leaves me with so much thoughts in my head that so much thoughts in my head that I just have to talk about them in the near future. Hopefully this week, maybe next week. But I will try to get that out sooner or later. So much thoughts. This whole episode, amazing. I loved it. Anyways, that's my review. Hope you liked it. If you did, like, comment, subscribe, and share. And as always, my friends, stay sane. Peace.